It's been more than 10 days since the winter arc started, and there are still people out there wasting time and making excuses. Well, that's enough. In the previous video, we talked about what the winter arc is, and in this video, we're going to discuss what you should do to make yourself as productive as possible during this winter arc. Let's get started. The winter arc is all about fighting your lizard brain and the demons inside you that are stopping you from becoming the best version of yourself. You have to fight them and crush them. And if you can't do it, forget about being successful in your life. You need to take full control of your life. But here's what happens. Your lizard brain lets everything else control you. Everything except yourself. Look, you can't control anything in this world except yourself. The only thing you can control is your mind, your body, your actions. And for that, you need to have control over yourself. Every time you try to be productive, your lizard brain stops you and diverts you into some shitty habit. But that's enough. Your lizard brain only wants two things. The first one is dopamine, and the second one is comfort. And because of that, your lizard brain tells you to do easy things that give you a high dopamine hit. There was a time when we didn't have phones or the internet, and life was like heaven back then. We used to enjoy everything. But when phones came into our lives, they gave us a huge amount of dopamine in such a cheap way, and now life has become boring. We're not living happily anymore. And addictions like this need to go away. Addictions like playing video games, watching web series and anime, scrolling on Insta or TikTok, jerking off like a little monkey. You have to quit those disgusting habits that are frying your dopamine receptors. So, in this winter arc, don't watch or do any of that. Detox your brain from it. Instead, do productive things that will actually help you. It will be hard, but this is your last chance. You have to do productive things. Now, let's talk about what you should do to make this winter arc productive. The first thing I'll tell you is to go to bed early and wake up when it's dark and cold outside. And when you wake up, the first thing you need to do is take a cold shower. A cold shower is the first thing because, normally, your lizard brain tries to stop you from working. It tells you to go back to bed and sleep. But you shouldn't listen. And for that, you need to take a cold shower. When you do, it gives you an instant jolt of freshness, and your lizard brain can't control you anymore. Personally, it's the best feeling when I go to a cold shower after just waking up. I feel like I'm getting an instant boost of energy. And if we talk scientifically, taking a cold shower for 2 to 3 minutes after waking up gives you dopamine. I heard this from Andrew Huberman. He's a neuroscientist, and he gives legit information. You should check him out. Next point, praying. I know some people will act cool in the comments, saying, I don't believe in God or something like that. But they're just being stupid. Why should you pray to God? There are many reasons. But the biggest one is that you should be kind, and you should believe there's someone watching over you. You should praise him and be thankful. Doing this in the morning will help you fight those demons inside you. After that comes the most important thing in the winter arc, your physical workout. Try to make your workout as intense as possible. Do strength training that builds you up. There are people out there working out in those cold and dark mornings, and you need to be disciplined about it. When the winter arc ends, you should be able to look at yourself and feel proud. You'll find tons of videos on physical training. You can watch them and decide what works for you. After that, you should meditate. Training your muscles isn't enough. You need to train your brain for focus. When you're working on your tasks, you need to be able to fight your lizard brain, which just wants you to scroll on Insta or TikTok and waste time. Meditation doesn't need to be complicated. Just set a timer on your phone, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing. It's simple. Start small and increase the time as you go. That was your morning routine. When you do these things, you'll be filled with energy, and you'll be ready for your other tasks. Even after that, your brain will still try to tell you to waste time. But you need to fight it. After your morning routine, you should do the most difficult and most important task of your day. It could be anything based on your goals. Once you've done that, spend time learning a new skill. It could be anything. Editing, anything you want to learn. Just set aside 1 hour for it. If you do that, by the end of the winter arc, you'll have a new skill that could be valuable to you. The most important point: you should hate comfort. Get out of your comfort zone. Remember, comfort kills a man. So that's the video on what you should do during this winter arc. Set your goals, and by the end of the winter arc, accomplish them. I hope you follow this plan. And if you don't, the loss is yours.